Good morning everyone. Today we'll do question number 4 of exercise 3.2. What is question 4? Which of the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent? If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. Now we have 4 parts. In these 4 parts we have to check which pair of equations are consistent and which are inconsistent. If they show consistent pair of equation, then we have to find their solution graphically. Now see, first part is x plus y equal to 5 and 2x plus 2y equal to 10. If we compare the ratios, a1 upon a2 is 1 by 2, b1 upon b2 is 1 by 2, and c1 upon c2 is 5 by 10, which is again equal to 1 by 2. So you can see a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. It means the given pair of equations are consistent. Why consistent? Because it shows infinitely many solutions, and infinitely many solution means they are dependent, that they are consistent, right? So pair of equations are consistent. Now if the pair of equations are consistent, we have to find their graphs, we have to find their solution graphically, right? Now we'll take the first equation, x plus y equal to 5. So we'll write x in terms of y, x is equal to 5 minus y, and second equation also x is equal to 10 minus 2y. So when we divide the right hand side by 2, we get x equal to 5 minus y. So you can see both the equations are same, right? What you observe, that both the equations are same. So we'll make their graph and we'll find their solution. We'll make a table first. First we'll put y2, so x is 3, y1, x is 4, y0, x is 5. And same solutions we can show for this equation also, because both are same equations. And when we'll draw the graph on graph paper and plot these points 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, 0, and same for this line, so we'll observe that both the lines will be coincident. They will coincide with each other. This is the graph of x plus y equal to 5 also, and this is the graph of 2x plus 2y equal to 10 also. So it means every solution of equation 1 is the solution of equation 2, as the graph shows coincident lines. So it means it has infinitely many solutions. Every solution of equation 1 will be the solution of equation 2. So every value of x have some corresponding value of y for both the equations. So it means it has infinitely many solutions. So this was first part. Now coming to second part, x minus y equal to 8, 3x minus 3y equal to 16. Now if we compare the ratios, a1 upon a2 is 1 by 3, b1 upon b2 is minus 1 by minus 3, that is equal to 1 by 3, and c1 upon c2 is again 1 by 2. So you can see a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. When the ratios shows this type of nature, then we can say that it has no solution, and no solution means inconsistent. So the given pair of equations are inconsistent, and for inconsistent there is no solution, no need to find any solution, right? When we get consistent as the answer, then we have to find the solution. Third part, 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0, 4x minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. Now for this you can see, we'll first find a1 upon a2, that is 2 upon 4, 1 by 2. b1 upon b2 is 1 upon minus 2. So you can see a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So the nature of from these ratios we can see that this type of nature is of intersecting lines, and intersecting lines have consistent pair of equations. So the given pair of equations are consistent, and in case of consistent we have to find their solution graphically. So write y in terms of x, first equation, write y in terms of x. Y is equal to, this 2x will be transpose 6 minus 2x, and this also second equation, 2y is equal to 4x minus 4, write y in terms of x, 2x minus 2. Now put x equal to 1. When we put x1 we get y4, when we put x0 we get y6, when we put x2 we get y2. Similarly here, when we put x1 we get y0, when we put x2, 2 to the 4 minus 2, y is 2. When we put x3, 3 to the 6 minus 2, y is 4. From here also you can see both the equations have this common solution. As you see the table, from here also you can identify that they both have common solution 2, 2, but we have to show them graphically. So when we make the graph on graph paper and plot these points 2, 2, 1, 4, 0, 6. So this is the graph of You can see this is the graph of first equation, 1 0, 2 2 and 3 4. This is the graph of second equation. So I have made it like this on the paper, but you have to make it on the graph paper. So when you make both the graph of both the equation, you get two straight lines and they both will intersect at this common point, that is 2 comma 2, and from the graph we find the solution of equation is 2 comma 2. So x is 2 and y is 2. And for the fourth part, you can see if we take the ratio a1 upon a2, this is 2 by 4. You can see 2 by 4, a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 is minus 2 by minus 4, and c1 upon c2 is minus 2 by minus 5. So you can see this is 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2, not equal to 2 by 5. So a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, but not equal to c1 upon c2. So this type of nature of, when we compare the ratios, this type of nature we see of parallel lines, right? And parallel lines have no solution, so inconsistent, no need to find solution for inconsistent. So this was question number 4. Coming to fifth question, half the perimeter of rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than its width is 36 meter. Find the dimensions of the garden. Now we have to solve it algebraically because it is not mentioned anywhere that we have to find the solution graphically. So you can use algebraic method, any of the method that we'll explain later, but see how to do. Let length of rectangle be x, rectangular garden be x, and breadth be y. And it is given that half the perimeter of rectangular garden is 36 meter and length is 4 meter more than breadth. It is given, so according to question it is given length is 4 meter more than breadth. So length is equal to 4 plus breadth, and length is x, breadth is 4. So first equation we get x equal to y plus 4, and second condition given is half the perimeter of garden is equal to 36 meter, and perimeter of garden is 2 into L plus B, perimeter of rectangle. This 2 and this 2 cancel, we get L plus B equal to 36. So L is x, B is y, so we get the second equation is x plus y equal to 36. Now from equation 1 we put the value of x, y plus 4 in equation 2. So from 1 put value of x or substitute x in equation 2. When you put x, y plus 4 in this equation, we get y plus 4 plus y equal to 36, 2y equal to 32, and y is 16. If y is 16, right, you can see if y is 16, if we put y 16 here, so x is 16 plus 4, 20. So it means length is 20 meter and breadth is 16 meter. You can check your answer also. Half the perimeter of length, half the perimeter of rectangular garden is 36. It was given. Put L 20 and breadth 16, 2 cancel, you get 36, and right side is also 36, so you can check your answer also. So this was question number 5. Now coming to question 6, given the linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0, write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed is intersecting line, parallel lines and coincident lines. Now children, in this question we are given one equation and we have to find other equation so that both the pair of equation fulfill the condition of intersecting lines, fulfill the condition of parallel lines, and fulfill the condition of coincident lines. And for intersecting line, we know the condition for ratios, that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. It means if first equation is this, for second equation, which will be the required equation, if we just interchange their coefficients in second equation, that is the required equation, if I take the coefficient of x as 3 and coefficient of y as 2, and C1 and C2 is not required, so it can be different or it can be same. There is no hard and fast rule for C1 and C2, but we have to see that a1 upon a2 should not be equal to b1 upon b2, and for that we can just interchange their coefficients. So the required equation we can take as 3x plus 2y minus 7 equal to 0, or if you do not want to interchange the coefficients, you can simply take 2 and this as second equation, coefficient of x as 5, 2 upon 5, and if its coefficient is 3, you can take its coefficient as 7. So 2 upon 5 is not equal to 3 upon 7. Again, you can fulfill the condition for intersecting lines. So, or Simple way is to just interchange the coefficients of x and y of equation 1 to get the second equation. So your second equation will be 3x plus 2y minus 7 minus 9, whatever C2 you want to take, that will be the required equation. Now for second part, parallel lines, we know the condition that a1 upon a2 should be equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. Now first equation given was 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. Now for parallel lines, the condition is a1 upon a2 should be equal to b1 upon b2, right? So either you can take the same coefficients as in equation 1, the coefficient of x is 2 and coefficient of y is 3. For second required equation, you can take the same coefficients 2x and 3y, only change c2 because c1 should not be equal to c2, right? One thing you can do like this, or you can do like this, you can take the multiple of coefficient of x and multiple of coefficient of y. So multiple of 2 is 4 and multiple of 3 is 6. So you get 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6 is equal to 8 is not equal to minus 8 by minus 7. So when you get the lowest form, you get 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2 not equal to minus 8 by not equal to 8 by 7. So you will get this nature, right? So either you take the same coefficients as in the given equation, whatever is the coefficient of x and y is there, you can take the same coefficients, or you just take the multiple of coefficient of x and y from equation 1 to form equation 2, and c2 should be different. C1 should not be equal to c2. This is the required equation. So this and this both can be the required answers. Third part is coincident line, and for coincident line we know a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. So first equation is 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. So to fulfill this condition, we can take the multiples of coefficient of x and y and c1 also. So multiple of 2 is 4, so it becomes 4x, its multiple is 6, it becomes 6y, and its multiple is 16. So we can make the required equation as 4x plus 6y minus 16 equal to 0. Or you can take third multiple, 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 8 3s are 24. Then also we get this condition for coincident lines. Or you can take the same equation or same coefficients also, but it's better if you take multiples. Take coefficient of x, whatever is the coefficient of x, y and c2 is there, take their multiples, second multiple, third multiple, fourth multiple, then you can fulfill this condition for coincident lines. So this is question number 6. Coming to question 7, draw the graph of equations x minus y plus 1 equal to 0, 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. Determine the coordinates of the vertices of triangle formed by these lines, and the x-axis shade the triangular region. So what you have to do, first equation is x minus y plus 1 equal to 0, and second equation is this. First write x in terms of y from first equation and find the solution. Make the table and draw it graphically, right? Make the graph of this equation. Similarly for second equation, write x in terms of y and then draw the graph for the same. First make the table, find the solutions, 3 solutions, then plot these points on the graph paper for equation 1 and equation 2. Like this equation, if you see, if I take y to the right hand side and 1 to right hand side, it becomes x equal to y minus 1. So I'm writing x in terms of y. Put y4, x is 3, y2, x is 1, y3, x is 2. Similarly here, write x in terms of y. So when you put y0, you get x4. When you put y3, 3 2s are 6, 12 minus 6 is 6, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And when you take y6, 6 2s are y minus 3, it becomes 12 plus 6, 18, 18 divided by 3, x6. And when you plot these points, you will get, this is the graph of equation 1 and this is the graph of equation 2. Now question is, if we have to determine the triangle, the coordinates of the triangle formed with these lines and x-axis. Now you can see this is the graph of equation 1 and this is the graph of equation 2, and this is x-axis. So you can see this line and x-axis is forming this triangle. So this is the required shaded portion, right? This is the required shaded triangle. A, B, C are its coordinates. So you can easily find out coordinates of A, 2, 3, coordinates of B, -1, 0, coordinate of C, 4, 0. Right? ABC is the required shaded triangle. Now if question comes that we have to determine the triangle which is made with the help of these lines and y-axis, then your required triangle will be this one. A, suppose this is DE, ADE is the required triangle. If we have to determine the triangle, determine the coordinate of the vertices of triangle formed by these two lines, the graph of these two lines and y-axis, then this will be the required triangle. We have to take these two lines and y-axis line, and but here we have to determine the triangle which is made with the help of these two lines and x-axis. So this is the graph. This is a straight line of first equation, this is the straight line of second equation, and this is x-axis. So this is the required triangle, and we have already written the coordinates ABC. So this was the required result. This was question number 7. So this completes your exercise 3.2. Thank you so much.